Hello artists! Today we are going to learn how to draw the Cat in the Hat, one of the most famous and well-known Dr. Seuss characters, in order to celebrate Read Across America. So to start drawing our Cat in the Hat, you are going to need a piece of paper and something to draw with, like a pencil. I'm going to use a marker so that you can see what I'm doing. Now we're going to start by drawing our Cat in the Hat's head, actually. And we're actually going to start with his face, with his eyes, his nose, and his mouth. And we're going to work our way around, but we want to make sure that we leave room on the top for his very, very, very tall hat, and that we leave room on the bottom for his body. This was drawn on a slightly longer piece of paper, so this will be on a regular piece of paper. So I'm going to start right in the middle of my paper. I'm going to find the middle, and I'm going to make two very tall and skinny looking eyes. I'm going to draw them kind of tall and skinny, and then I'm going to add the pupils on the inside, just like this. And I'm also going to give my Cat in the Hat a sideways oval for a nose, which I'm also going to color in black. Now I'm going to give him kind of his silly, crooked smile, which is going to start on the side of his nose up here, and it's going to come down to underneath and give him his cheeks. So now that I have his eyes, his nose, and his mouth in place, I'm also going to add his eyebrows. He's a very silly character, so I'm going to give him two eyebrows. Kind of looks like he's wiggling them up and down, a little bit of animation. And now we're going to start adding in the shape of his head. So starting at the top of the eyebrow on this side of the head, I'm going to draw a vertical line that goes straight down and stops when I get near his cheek. Now I'm going to go around the bottom of his smile and back up and stop at the other cheek. Remember, at any point during this video, you can pause it and rewind it if I'm going a little too fast for you. Now I'm going to add some of his fur on the side of his head with a zigzag line. So I'm going to zigzag it all the way to the top of his eyebrow. And I'm going to add one more zigzag, but this one's going to kind of go up and down to be his ear, which is going to be sticking out of his hat. I'm going to add a little triangle on the inside of that ear. Now we're going to make his hat. I'm going to keep going right where I left off. It's almost like one really continuous line. I'm going to draw a horizontal line that goes across and bends over just a little bit to show the brim of his hat. And I'll bring the rest of his head inside of that hat. Now for his hat, depending on how big you've drawn the head, you might have a really, really, really tall hat or a really, really skinny hat. Short hat. It could be skinny, it might be fatter. And I'm going to add some stripes that I'm going to color in later for his hat. Now for the bottom half, depends again on how much room you have, but I'm going to give him two little lines for a neck. We're going to draw his bow tie, which is pretty easy. It's a circle and two triangles without the points. Then from the triangle, I can add his shoulders, which come all the way down to the bottom of my paper, and two additional lines to show his arms. I'm going to add a couple little lines on the side here to show some of his fur. Same thing on the side right here. And I'm going to give him whiskers, because he is, after all, a cat. And the rest is up to me to color. Now, some of the basic things that I know I'm going to color for sure on him are his bow tie, which is going to be red, and some of the stripes on his hat. Now, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 stripes, so 2 of them I'm going to color red. And I'm going to leave the other 2 white. Now, anything else that you want to add to your Cat in the Hat is completely up to you. On this example over here, I decided to add just a simple blue sky with a green hill and one of those truffula trees like you may have seen in the Lorax. Maybe you want to draw your Cat in the Hat outside like this one, or you could draw him underwater. Maybe he's in outer space, maybe he's playing at the park, maybe he's inside. You can draw your cat in the hat wherever you want him to be. And when you're done, make sure you take a picture and send it to me so I can grade it, and I can't wait to see your adorable Cat in the Hat drawings. And I will see you guys again next time for art class.